Salutations! Thank you for being here once again for a video of United Anglosphere. Today I would like to talk about something you've probably all thought about, and that is the irrelevant nature and arbitrary thoughts of those who wish to tell us which age group and which generation we're supposed to ascribe to. And they do so as if they have great authority on the subject, which they do not. I've never heard of a demographer being able to force you to think a particular way or force you to accept a particular title. These are just more of your often social science types who think they know it all when often they might know very little, and they like to hide behind broad and elaborate vocabulary to try and talk down to you. But back to the point, generational titles are pointless. They are very much in English-speaking things. You do not see this in most other cultures and most other languages. They may have an age group cohort, which makes a lot more sense when you break it into 20-year blocks, because within 20 years, of course, by that point, you're an adult, you're old enough where you could be a parent, and you certainly feel different compared to someone who is 20 years younger than you or 20 years older than you. These current demographers always seem to begin and end dates in the middle of a decade or somewhere in there, and it makes no sense. I myself, being born in 1998, some would say I'm at the end of millennials, others would say I'm at the beginning of Gen Z. Does it really make a difference? Do I wake up every day? Do I make my decisions every day based upon what some demographer I've never met wishes to call me? No, I don't at all. And in lived experience, of course, I'm going to have a lot more in common with someone born in 1991 than I would say someone born in 2012 or 2015. In my opinion, which is only opinion, I believe age groups should be designated into 20-year blocks because a century is 100 years, so 20-year blocks fit into that quite nicely. Say in our current century, those born from 2000 to 2019 is a nice age group block, and then those from 2020 till 2039, and the rest of it proceeds. But it really isn't necessary to do that. We can see social patterns and things that become popular. But that's another part, especially given how the last 50 years of the 20th century were. Many of these generational titles are defined by pop culture references from the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and so on. So most of the rest of the world wasn't experiencing that. Only certain countries were. So all in all, the so-called generational titles given by demographers, they have no authority. They can tell no one what to do. Feel free to ignore them, even make fun of them, and remind them of how irrelevant they are in life. I think a novel idea would be to allow an age group title themselves. Once they reach adulthood, all of them, they should be allowed to give themselves a title because they would be adults by that point in time, and whatever their shared experiences are should define them. Shall we say, those born from the year 2000 to 2019, if you're in that age group, in that time period when you were born, all of you should be allowed to give yourself a name. Why does it have to be Gen Z? That makes it seem as if it's the end of time or something, because Z is at the end of the alphabet. It's not. There's children being born post-2020 till 2039. They too should be allowed to name themselves whatever they think is appropriate. So once again, generational titles are plainly stupid, irrelevant, and arbitrary. Anyone who tries enforcing them on you, tell them where to go. Thank you for listening to this once more. To my brothers and sisters of the English tongue, until next time.